Executive ground, Diamond 362 Kilo Charlie at West 1, ready for taxi, information Delta.
Diamond 362 Kilo Charlie, exec ground, runway 36, taxi V Alpha.
Taxi V Alpha, runway 36, Diamond 362 Kilo Charlie. Brakes are working?
Alright, I'll test mine. Mine are working, you've got control.
Got 'em.
After one Delta Mike, runway 36, clear stop and go. Diamond 362 Kilo Charlie, the chopper off ahead, and right close traffic, right turn approved, runway 36, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 36, we'll make our turn above and outside the chopper, 362 Kilo Charlie.
Roger.
Put in some left aileron here. I'm sorry, right aileron here. Yeah, the windsock's flipping. It was 330, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it was out of the northeast.
Huh.
As we were rolling. Basically right down the runway now, it looks like. There's a chopper, so we'll climb up to 16. They usually do their traffic patterns about 16, so.
Okay.
16, then turn out, and we should be above his altitude.
Okay, so we can turn out.
Yep, you can start your turn now.
Okay.
That sounds like money to me.
Okay. So walk me through the setup here for slow flight.
Been a while.
First step, we got to slow this thing down, right?
Right.
So we do that by, if we want to maintain our altitude but slow down, we got to pull power, right?
Right.
So let's bring it back to 1500 RPM.
Okay.
As we slow down, we'll have to increase back trim so we can start, or back pressure so we can start retrimming. Now we can get our first notch of flaps in. A little bit of forward stick, there's a little bit of balloon there. And now bring it back again. Now we can get our second notch in. And now we've created a lot of drag there. Airspeed will continue to bleed off until we get our stall warning horn. And when we get that, we'll bring power back into about 1900 RPM to maintain our altitude. So keep bringing that nose up. There's stall warning. Power comes in nice and smoothly with the right rudder. Keep that ball centered. There you go. Now pitch controls airspeed, power controls altitude. Keep bringing the nose up, keep the stall warning going on.
Ground, cross runway 36 at the north end, taxi via Alpha.
Keep lifting it until the stall warning goes off again. If we're climbing, that means we need to reduce some power. There's stall warning. So here's where we want to keep the nose for pitch. And then manage power for your altitude. Don't lift that nose beyond 65 knots, or below 65 knots. Thinking really well here, so bring some power in. Now we're climbing back up, so work some of that power back out. A little more out. A little more out. Good old runway 36. That's a common thing there on this runway. Alright, airspeed staying stable. Just working ourselves down to the runway, bring in some right rudder. Put that nose right down the center line. Now power, we're going to start a nice gradual walk back all the way through to the bottom of the flare. Hold it off, hold it off, hold it off.
53 X-ray going full length across 36 taxi B Alpha.
There you go. So it sat down just a little bit before we were in that full landing attitude, so we want to hold it off just a little bit longer. And then we want to maintain that directional control. We're still flying even when the wheels are down, right down center line with active feet on those rudders. Trim it out so it's nice and light. A little bit slow, keep that nose down, bring some power in if we're getting low. There you go. Here it is. This is the setup right here. A little bit of right rudder to align the nose. And now just fly this down to the runway. Be patient, no big changes. Slowly walking that power back now. Nice gradual changes, make a change, see what happens, make another one.
Tower 53 X-ray holding short 36 at Alpha.
Looking
ready.
good. Nice, right there. That's the landing attitude. That's perfect.
Go downfield.
Watch traffic, 53 X-ray.
X-ray, left turn approved, running 36, clear for takeoff.
That was good. We got into that landing attitude a little bit higher than I'd like to, but the touchdown itself was perfect airspeed, perfect attitude, nice and light. So we can fly it down a little bit lower before we flare into that nose high attitude. A little slow here, let that nose come down a little bit. There you go. Now we're just going to bring out a little bit of that slip, a little bit of that rudder. Still leaving some right rudder here to align the nose, and then just a normal landing. I'm coming off now. You've got controls.
Got him.
Got him. Nice gradual changes. Let it come on down. Now round out. Nice landing. A little bit of power in, so we're going to hustle up to the next one, just a touch there. Now you can bring it out and let it coast.
Diamond 2 Kilo Charlie, taxi to parking, monitor ground point 6.
Taxi to parking, monitor ground, Diamond 2 Kilo Charlie.
Alright, here's the lead off line. Get our tail clear and do an after landing check.
The mixture, flaps to cruise, landing light off, monitor ground.
There you go.